Hi, welcome to Infusion Health, the podcast. I'm comedian Chris Patrick, a.k.a. Self-Proclaimed Power Man. And I'm here with my co-host and significant other, Rach.
Hey, guys.
Now, it's February in Minnesota, and one of the things about February, when I used to work out late at night, and one of the things is we got to see new women around the beginning of the year because it was that typical, I want to lose weight. I'm going to join the gym. Or men, yeah.
True.
Or men, and it was like, I'm going to join a gym. My New Year's resolution is to lose weight, and all of a sudden we're working out. We see new women. We call them the Rezzies. Oh, the Rezzies are in because you're working out with the same people month after month. All of a sudden, January comes, everybody comes in and there's new people to look at. But then all of a sudden, around February, definitely around March, these people start to slide. They start to not come anymore, and we're like, what happened to them? And then a lot of them give up. And we got a personal trainer. She was a personal trainer at Lifetime Fitness in Plymouth, Minnesota. Her name is Rhonda Garvis. Rhonda Garvis. And she's going to talk to us about sticking with it. So, Rhonda, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So, like I said, what is one of the things that people can do? Because, as they pay the money, they sign the contract, they're locked into this contract, and it's the typical, my New Year's resolution is to lose some weight, I'm going to join the gym, and then all of a sudden they drop out. What's one of the ways what are some things people can do to stick with it?
A couple of different things. Find discipline, number one.
Yeah.
Don't depend on your motivation. Assign a time. Make that an appointment for yourself and go. Yeah. You don't have to be in the mood. You don't have to have a set idea of what you're going to do, although that's a better plan. Mm-hmm. And go. Yeah. Most people find once they're there, they continue. Yeah. Right. Once I show up and my feet are actually walking in the door, now I'm going to do some kind of workout. Yeah. If you're like, I just need 5 more minutes, I'll do it later. Then one day turns into the next, and now it's 5 months later, you haven't been, and you're like, that didn't work out.
And that's a problem too, because like I said, you sign the contract, so they lock you in there for 6 months or 3 months or however, and it takes 30 days to cancel it. So you're paying this money. So my thing is, you're paying the money, go.
You should go, but you went for a reason.
Yeah.
You didn't just want to part with your money.
And I don't think it should be a New Year's resolution that you're going. It's a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
Correct. That's the reason piece. You decided this year was the year, I'm going to start this thing. You went in, you had to pay, you had to sign a bunch of papers. You took that very active step. So why did you do that? Hold on to that. Now, like with anything, if you're going to change anything, you're going to build a house, you're going to learn a language, you're going to do whatever, you go, you take those steps, then you have to follow through with it and make it an assignment.
Yeah.
Well, like Rach was saying, it doesn't necessarily have to be New Year's, but the reason I said New Year's because a lot of people,
totally. Yeah. It's usually starts in January.
Yeah.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you're starting it in January, fine. What it needs to become is a lifestyle change.
Correct. Yeah. It's a habit now.
Yeah.
And a new thing you're adding to your everyday forever, presumably, your whole life. It's not just to get into a bathing suit in March.
Yeah.
Or to, for a wedding or an end date. This is for better life, for a more youthful feeling life, for being able to get off the floor when you get to be 80. There's reasons you should stick with it.
Yeah, I definitely want to be in a bathing suit in March.
Right?
Not Minnesota.
Somewhere
in the Bahamas.
Sunny.
Yeah, definitely somewhere sunny. Well, one of the things I found out when I first started working out years ago was that I keep my workout bag in my car, so I can go to the gym and I don't have to go home to get my workout bag. I don't have to do grab stuff. I can just go straight to the gym, right from work, straight to the gym. Because we were like, "You're going to the gym now?" I'm like, "Yeah." And some of the work I've done in the past was like, very hard work. Like, you're still going to the gym after work? I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta go.
Well, for me, when I am low on gas, it's not just the gas gauge that is reminding me when I get in that car. I usually put like a coin or something in that steering wheel to say, oh yeah, before I leave work, I need to go fill up the car. So there needs to be something maybe in your steering wheel, something around you that says, before I leave here, I need to go to the gym. So, yeah. I mean, definitely say, okay, I've made this commitment to myself. Just take that extra step to, I'm going to go into the gym for a half an hour and then just push yourself that extra 5.
100%. I find that most people, if you have that, I love that having a bag in your car ready to go.
Yeah.
If you take the decision-making process out of it and just one foot in front of the other, don't overthink it. You need gas, right? You're going to fill up your tank. Otherwise, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
After work, you don't think about going home. You have a snack in your bag. You have your stuff already. All you have to do is get yourself there. Once you're in the parking lot, you're there. You're out. Now you're in. You're doing the workout, and it's great. Once you start thinking, oh, I gotta wait, then you're altering that habit and behavior change that you're looking for. So I tell a lot of people exactly that. Have everything ready to go. Yeah. Don't get there and go, oh, dang. Also, if you go home, now your kids suck you in, your SO sucks you in, the couch sucks you in. You're not going to have dinner and then get off the couch and go again.
No.
I mean, some people do, but I think for most people, go get it done, especially if you feel tired. Don't go home and take a nap. Go right to the gym. That's exactly what your body needs, not necessarily carbs and a nap. Yeah. It needs to get moving and get the air flowing in your body. And then amazingly, you will be awake and ready to go.
Well, when you paint the picture, okay, you're at work, you're dealing with stuff at work, craziness at work.
Yep.
Then I go home and we got kids. Colin hit me, so-and-so took mine, and I got to deal with that. And then she's yelling at me, you didn't do this? And I was like,
all of that. You get sucked into all
you really
the home
do, though.
stuff.
I'm going straight to the gym to avoid all this.
And you can deal with all that when you get home.
It will still be there.
Yeah.
Right? It will still be there.
Yeah.
But your body will thank you. It will thank you a lot less.
So
and it's a great stress reliever. It's 100%. A huge stress reliever.
100%.
Yeah.
And you can alternate, right? If somebody needs to be home, okay, honey, you get Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I get Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Like, figure it out. If you're fortunate, you have 2 people that can share responsibilities. Figure out when it's good for you, or maybe you need that person to say, you know what, crack yourself out of bed at 6. Here, let's develop a little routine that we can even do at home. I mean, something so everybody is getting what they need when they need it.
So when you're working with your clients, and they, you get the New Year's resolution people, and all of a sudden, come February, you're not showing up. Do you call them and say, "Hey, what's all right?"
Oh, full stop. I don't let anybody go. If you've signed up for personal training, I'm definitely staying connected to you. And you get it. Certainly, you signed up, you think you're going to do it, and then you're like, oh, wow, I was sore, I have a meeting, I can't. Well, I'm going to try and troubleshoot with you to figure out how we can bring you back to why you signed up in the first place and keep that alive. And then you'll see some results.
Now we've talked about, the goals of trying to get back into the gym. Some of the things that I hear, and we've talked about right before this, was people talk about, I've hurt my body, I don't have the proper training. I signed up for this and I don't know what I'm doing. How do we combat some of those things?
Well, I think what a lot of people do is they think they're going to the gym and then they're like, okay, if I just show up, maybe something will happen. And of course it doesn't. Right. So that's why they quit. But what we hope for is that people will come into personal training. If you have never done any exercise, or maybe you did when you were in high school and that wasn't really training, you might need to start at the beginning. You need to be taught how your body can move, how you should move, what you should be feeling, what muscles you should be feeling, so that you don't get hurt.
Right.
So now you're sidelined.
Yeah.
And the other thing about personal training is, okay, well, now I tweaked my shoulder doing something at work or whatever. Great, no problem. We can work around, which people kind of forget. Oh, wait, I hurt my shoulder. I can't go at all. Well, of course you can. Yeah. There's 1,000 things that we can do that will get you stronger and make you feel better, maybe get you out of that tweak faster. So that's the other thing. When you're on your own, you don't have a plan. You don't know what you're doing. Then you get hurt. Then you're like, I'm out. And that's personal training. So when I have people, like, that's not a thing. We have 100 things we can do.
Sure.
I've worked with people with broken bones, broken ribs. Doesn't matter. there's things we can do.
Yeah.
Broken heart? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, well, probably that too. Probably that too. That's harder to fix.
Yeah. But I like I was talking to you, in junior high and high school, I got trained in how to properly use the equipment. And I think a lot of people don't know how to properly use that
Full
equipment.
stop. I see train wrecks that I'm surprised and that you are even able to do whatever it is that you're doing and that you will for sure be hurt.
Well, let me touch on that because I started training in high school, and that's where I learned how to lift weights and stuff in high school. But one of the things is like squatting. Now, what squatting is, you got a barbell on your back and you're squatting down. And I've told my kids, I'm lucky too because I got a really good friend of mine who was a power lifter, and he's a much better squatter than me. And and my kids were like, well, can you teach me how to squat? I said, I can teach you how to squat, but I think it'd be better if I called JR and have him come over because he was a power lifter. And that's an exercise where you really, really, really need your form. You got to have form.
100% true. Yeah. I mean, the squat is a basic human movement that we should know how to do. You know it when you were a toddler.
Yeah.
Right. Watch little babies when they squat down, they immediately bend their hips, they bend their knees, they're planted on their feet. So when people tell you, oh, it's not good for your knees, what? Of course, you see these kids, people that are in less industrialized places, they're in a squat position all the time. Mm-hmm. It's not bad for your knees. What's bad for your knees is to improperly do it.
But also with squats too is that it helps your stabilizer muscles.
It's a full body exercise. You have to brace your abs. You have to work through your hip mobility, your ankle mobility, all of it, like your upper back. Yeah. So many pieces.
But there's a thing when people go down, what they're doing is they're looking straight forward. And I say, no, you got to look up. When you go down, keep your head up. Always keep looking to the sky and go down and then come up, but keep your head up. I know it's weird at first, but start with light weights, then build it up. But that is very important because if you looking forward, there's a chance you can roll your back and you can hurt your back really bad, especially if you're doing heavy weights.
The other thing that I see is people grabbing the wrong size weight and also being on their tiptoes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even know what that's about. Yeah, I don't. It's a balanced foot, big toe, little toe, heel. A lot of people will try and be in their heels so they're tippy. Well, it's like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. You can't be tippy. You need to be balanced.
Yes.
Balanced feet, high chest, abs tight, right? Then you can hurt yourself if you're trying to lift too much too soon with improper form. Like, it's not an impressive. Don't be impressive.
No.
Do use your muscles the way they're meant to
and
be.
I think that's with any weightlifting. Don't grab the wrong weight.
No, don't. And that's when I see some scary things. Like, oh my God. Well, the deadlift is another big one.
Yeah.
Right? People roll their back a ton. Like, oh my God, that hurts.
Lift with your legs.
Yeah. You need to use your seat, right? Yep. And keep your abs tight. Support your spine. It's a hinge movement.
Yeah.
So when it needs to be taught, you'd be surprised how many people don't know how to hinge at their hips.
Yeah.
They bend at their spine and then they go into they get low back pain and they're like, oh man, my back hurts, but And then eventually they have to give it up because they've just trashed those muscles back.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things too is, it's January. People are like, I'm going to lose weight and they want to join the gym. Now we know with your gym, you got the, and our kids love it. You got the swimming pool, you got the hot tub, you got the sauna, you got the steam room. When Rach is sick, sometimes I'm like, here, come on, let's go up to the gym. I throw her in the sauna or the steam room, let's sweat it out. But here's the thing. You have to pay for that.
Yeah. Yes, you do. It's not free.
No, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you got to walk in. Lifetime is a for-profit company.
So the thing I want to talk is choosing a gym. Now, some people are like, hey, I just want to get in and get it out. Then you may want to join some of the 24-hour gyms, you know. But with like your gym, you got a lot of amenities, but you do pay for that. And especially when our niece and nephews and nieces come over, we take them to the pool. But we're paying for that. Sure. So one of the things I want to talk about is how do you choose a gym? How do you choose the right gym? You know.
Oh, it's kind of like a lot of things. You have to choose the one you're going to go to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you need?
I belong to two of them.
Right. Well, what's convenient for you? What do you need? Do you need childcare? When we joined Lifetime in 1997, I needed childcare.
Yeah.
Right? I needed a place to put my kids, and they have a great childcare program. right?
Yeah.
So that was perfect. I was happy to pay because I could get in 2 hours of workout without kids underfoot. If you don't need that, you're a single person on a more restrictive budget. Maybe 24-hour fitness is better for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you want the pool and the sauna and all the stuff and the towels and access to a cafe? Then you want Lifetime. For me, Lifetime is the best choice if you can make it with your budget because there's everything.
Yeah.
There's classes, there's spin classes, there's yoga classes. You can take Pilates from me. You can get personal training. You have all the equipment. You have the recovery tools of the hot tub and the sauna. There's so much.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to have access to everything?
One of the things I liked about it is that I could work out late at night, and then I could take a shower, and then go home and just hop right in bed. I didn't have to shower.
Right? My son goes to the St. Louis Park one. He was like, I haven't showered in my house in 3 months because I, like you do, I work, I go work out, I take my shower, I sit in the sauna, do all the things. I go home and I'm done.
Yeah.
I have some dinner, watch some TV, sleep.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can do that. And so in a pinch, let's say you work out in the morning, you have all your stuff. You don't have to run back home.
Yep.
You can take a shower. You can do all that stuff and go off to work.
Yes.
And then feed up at 5.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's a great place. But again, if you're not going to go.
Yeah. Well, due to COVID, they Chanhassen, the one I usually go to, they changed their hours, so I had to join another one, a 24-hour one, just so I could get my late night workouts in.
Yeah. And now they're opening more. I mean, we're open now, I think 4 to midnight, 4 a.m. to 12.
I used to go in there at like midnight, 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah,
He gets off at midnight, so that's the problem.
right. Yeah, and COVID's been a thing, and I think getting staffing.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'd be open if we could fully staff that.
Yeah.
I would guess.
Yeah.
But, the other thing is going back into the workouts and stuff like that, a lot of people don't use their core muscles.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's why I started teaching Pilates.
Yeah. I mean, I know the fundamentals of just working at the hospital. I'm in physical therapy right now, and she's like, when you're lifting that patient, use your abs.
Yeah, you have to brace. There are bracing techniques. That's supporting your carriage, right? Everything should come from the belly, even frankly bending over.
Yeah. And so many people use their back and they don't understand, use those abs.
Correct. And then they hurt.
Yeah.
They wonder why their back hurts.
Yeah. Well, a couple of years ago, I had a back injury, and I started going to the yoga class Saturday morning. But it was a great way to end the week, great way to start the week. Loved going to yoga.
Right? Yeah. I mean, there are advantages to that practice about how to move your body around, to loosen, to tighten, to strengthen, all the things.
Yeah.
Right.
So what are some other things people can do to stick with it? Another thing is, I know people are like, okay, I'm going to get into shape. And they go and they spend all this money for the home gym. And like we talked about, you come home, your kids are fighting, and then you want to work out at home. And sometimes I used to work at a sporting goods place, and I'd tell people that, join a gym because that way you're away from all that.
It's true. And again, it depends on. Join the gym you're going to use.
Yeah.
If you're somebody that's, you're a single parent or you have competing jobs, you work a day shift, you work a night shift, maybe somebody always needs to be home to be mindful of younger kids that can be in front of a TV or doing homework that need you home, but not 100% supervising, but you can't leave and you can't take them, then having a home gym is an option. Well, and now plug for personal training, we can do Zoom sessions, right? You're a member of Lifetime, you have some stuff at home, we can still work with you even if you can't make it to the gym, right? So there's options if you have stuff, but again, like anything, if you don't have the appointment set with yourself, if you don't clear the schedule, you're not going to use that either.
Personal determination.
Right? You have to make a commitment to you and have discipline. I get it. I have a headache, I'm tired, I don't feel it. Push through a little bit, use your judgment. Don't ever do anything that seems really counterintuitive. But if you're just a little sleepy or maybe you have a little bit of a headache, sometimes that workout can fix that.
Yeah. Know your pain.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Use good judgment. Like if you really don't feel it,
Did I work out in the gym too much and I hurt my muscles, or did I do something to myself and hurt my muscles?
Never go into pain.
Yeah.
Stop, regroup, and maybe that exercise is not for you today.
Yeah.
Stop, cease and desist, and don't repeat if it still hurts. Be done. It's okay. We can change. That's, again, why we're here. We can fix it or change it.
Yeah.
Well, see, when I work out, like I said, I work out late, and I come home like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
after working out, and then there's times when I can't work out because trying to start a business, entrepreneur, and Rachel's like, "You haven't been to the gym, have you?" She goes, "You act a lot better when you're at the gym."
Well, but you get a little dopamine release.
Yeah.
You get that anxiety out. It's a great way to deal with whatever your life stressors are. So if you can get some exercise in at a gym, great. If not, look, get something. While you're cooking dinner, do a little bicep curl, do some squats while you're, stirring the rice. Like, there's ways to move your body to feel better in 5 minutes, in 20 minutes, in an hour and 15 minutes, right? There's options.
Well, that's another thing too, because I see a lot of people in the gym. They got their cell phones with them because you got those workout apps, or people are doing business or handling their business in the gym and all that. And I'm just like, when I go to the gym, my cell phone's in my locker. This is my time. Whoever's calling me, I will call them back. But this 1 or 2 hours I'm in here, this is my time.
Yeah.
Agreed. Well, and it's distracting. And I sometimes distract myself with it, so I get it. But it's better, especially if you're on a timeline. Don't waste time farting around on your phone.
Yeah.
And if you're there when it's busy, right? Somebody else is wanting that piece of equipment too. So it's just some courtesy to not hang on something when you're not focused.
So also too, a lot of people, when they start their New Year's resolution workout, one of the things they do it with their wife or their spouse or their girlfriend and all that, which is also a good thing too. But one of the things is when you are single, how do you get that motivation or that support to keep yourself motivated to stick with it?
It's a great question. I think you have to examine your why. Why are you coming? And it has to be it's internal. It's for you. What do you want to get out of it? How can you create the habit, the commitment, the discipline? That's the big buzzword to get yourself there. If you can get support, great. A friend, a coach, a mother, a father, or somebody that's can say, "Hey, did you get to the gym today?" But it's like the same when you have a job, right? Who gets you there? Is your mom calling you up in the morning and saying, "Hey, honey, did you go to your job today?" No, you know you got to go, and whether you don't feel it, whatever, you get yourself up because there's consequences if you don't. Right? There's consequences if you don't work out. If that was your goal, like if that's what you want to achieve, and you don't go, I mean, I don't know.
And before we started the podcast, me and you were talking, spend that extra money for the personal trainer.
100%.
Or sign up for those classes or do something besides just go straight into the equipment. And if you don't know the equipment, learn the equipment.
Correct. I think that education will help keep you invested in your own plan. If you don't have one, then you're like, I don't know what I'm doing here. And then you leave, you lose the steam that you started with. And
also too, I'm not, Lifetime should give us money for it. But anyways.
Right.
Okay. Anyways, I know that when you join Lifetime, they do ask you, they do give you like 2 or 3 personal training sessions when you join. Some of them offer that, especially around the New Year when a lot of New Year's people are coming in. They say, because you join, we'll give you 2 free personal training sessions with a personal trainer. So there are ways out there for you to work with a personal trainer if you're worried about the money and all that.
For sure.
Some of them give them to you free right there just for joining 2 free personal training sessions.
Correct. And we're there to answer questions too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right, they're always right there to answer questions.
Exactly right. And I think it behooves you. I know a lot of people who ski intermittently, for example, but then you take a lesson.
Yeah.
You kind of remind yourself of the steps so you don't fall down and hurt yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, personal training isn't counting reps and watching you.
Yeah.
It's making a plan, making a program, teaching you the the fundamentals of how to move your body and then how to progress that to get where you want to go. Yep. And having sometimes if you're, back to your original question of how do I create this habit? How do I continue have motivation? Well, when you have a plan and when someone's waiting for you and you have an appointment, if that's what you need for accountability with a little skin in the game, great. And that gets you there once a week, twice a week. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I have an exact set of exercises. I've been taught how to do them. I can do them safely and correctly. Mm-hmm. Now I know what I'm going to do that third day when I show up. I don't have to guess. I can come in. I can be directed. Time is money, right? Yeah. So I don't have to stand there and kind of waste time and not really know. I have my stuff. I know what I'm going to do. I can get in. I can get out. I can get the benefit.
Yeah. Monday, I'm work on this. Tuesday, I'm work on this.
Right. So if you have a trainer, so I meet you on Mondays and maybe we meet Mondays and Wednesdays. And then I tell you what you're supposed to be doing the rest of the week. You're going to do cardio Tuesday and Thursday. You're going to repeat this workout Saturday. You're going to hit the hot tub on Sunday. Like whatever that works for you, but that's personal to you so that you have a plan. You can see some results and have expectations that are appropriate. I think people come in with an expectation to walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes. I joined a gym. Now I should look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, that is not the way that happens, right? But I think there's a perception. I joined a gym. I'm going, but I'm not changing. Yeah. Well, because you're not doing anything that's creating change. And your expectations on how that change is going to happen has to be appropriate for you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think we should also touch base on people that have chronic pain. For me, when I was having neuropathy, Chris was working out upstairs. And for me, Lifetime had the swimming pool and I could work out with that lovely pool, working out in the pool and not having as much neuropathy pain and being able to work out that way.
Well, that's a place for yoga, Pilates. We have a trainer that does aqua workouts. So if you need to be more buoyant, right, there's training that you can have that will keep you engaged. I have a client, several that have fibromyalgia. Right? They have chronic pain here and there, but there are gentle forms of exercise that are not so loaded that can make your body move and you'll feel better.
Yeah.
There are choices. I mean, even if it's just the hot tub, getting out and decompressing, a lot of that stress affects the body.
Yeah.
So even if you just soak in the hot tub, great, you're going to feel better.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Makes it easier to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and with being an entrepreneur, things are starting to get really busy, but I still find that time to work out. And a lot of people say to me, well, I can't work out. I go, well, you got time to watch that TV show, don't you? Half hour. You got time to do that? Half hour, you got time to get into the gym.
Well, right. And back to how Lifetime in particular can help you if really the drive time is a barrier and you really only have 30 minutes. And if you only have 30 minutes, the drive there and the drive back sucks that time up. We have all kinds of digital options.
Right.
Turn me on Zoom and we work out for half an hour and then you turn me off. You're right back in your house. You haven't gone anywhere.
Right.
So it's a really, now that's, nothing very much good came out of COVID except for that.
Sure.
I have a lot of digital clients.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
Well, and back to the money thing, you can have a digital membership at Lifetime, access personal training. You're not coming in, but you are working out with someone that's tailoring and programming for you and live coaching, right? For a fraction of the cost.
Sure.
Okay.
So there's options.
Well, we're almost done, Rhonda. Anything else you want to talk about sticking with it? Because people out there, it's February. I know you're thinking of quitting, but don't quit. Stay with it.
Definitely don't quit. Definitely stay with it. If you're on that verge, come speak to one of the personal trainers. I'm there every day, Monday through Friday, happy to answer questions and create an accountability plan for you maybe, or a discipline, some sets where you can create the habit, figure out why you're wanting to quit, what went wrong, what are you not receiving that's like, I think I'm going to give this up, right?
Okay.
So I think let's talk, let's find a way to make this successful for you. You came for a reason. That reason still exists.
Yeah.
Let's figure out how to make this work for you. We're there to support and help. So,
okay. Very, very important. If you guys want to talk to Rhonda as far as personal training, go to Lifetime Fitness Plymouth. You can look her up, personal trainers, and even if they don't belong to Lifetime, they can still email you if they got questions or anything?
Oh, for sure. For
Okay,
sure. We're happy to help and answer anything. So it's R Garvis, GAR, V like Victor, IS like Sam, at lt.life.
Yeah, you can. There's a picture of her, Rhonda Garvis, and you can email her any questions or anything like that. So don't think, well, I don't belong to Lifetime.
That's okay.
It doesn't matter. It was you chose to make the lifestyle change. Keep on doing it.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely. And if there's any other way they can get a hold of you, you want to
They can text me.
text you?
Yeah, 763-442-5540.
763-442.
5540.
5540 if you have any questions. And like I said, just go to Lifetime Fitness Plymouth. I think there's a thing that's you can click personal trainers and it gives you pictures of all the personal trainers that work there, and you can and it has a thing there for messages, so you can, if you got any questions or messages or any message you want to, any questions or message, you can message Rhonda at Rhonda. I think it's Rhonda
R Garvis.
Rhonda R Garvis.
First initial. Last
Rhonda
name.
R Garvis. You'll see her picture, and like I said,
You
there's a thing there you can put a comment and you can
Yeah.
type something in and ask her a question.
100%.
Totally.
Yeah. And you don't have to be involved with Lifetime. Don't think you have to be involved in Lifetime
sure
to
not.
ask her a question. Even if you belong to anything and you got a question for her, definitely shoot her an email.
Happy to help.
And she's, there you go. She's happy to help.
Video.
And she's happy to help you stick with it.
Yes.
All right, you guys. So we've come to that time. So Lifetime is here for you. We are here for you. And we've come to a close. If you've appreciated this, please subscribe. And you guys can reach us on Lifetime. I'm not Lifetime. On Facebook on Infusion Health. And we are out. Have a great one.